do you have a technique for wrapping up your poi comfortably? Because if you don't, here's what I would recommend starting with, which is both poi on your side plane, going underhand. And then what you do is, so I'm gonna face you so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna stick my fingers out and then let it wrap around my fingers. And as it's wrapping around my fingers, then when it comes around, I pinch it between the index finger and the thumb. And so this extra rope is around my hand, right? And you can go as short as you want. You can go around 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 1 finger, the whole hand. It depends on how short you want it. Maybe once with 4 fingers or twice with 2 fingers. One-time wrap is probably safer from a functional perspective. Let's first get you to do the wrap up and flow. So let's start in underhand with both poi. And then as you're doing it, stick your fingers out to the side, let it wrap, and then pinch. Yes, 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 yes. So I call this choking the poi because you're making it shorter. So you're just choking it up and making it something that can fit in a smaller space. Okay, so that's technique number 1. Then now, let's say we're in underhand here. Okay, so you want to be able to flow together inside in a short space. So I would say one great move for this is to come into the inside buzzsaw. Now, I made that look really easy. Let's talk about how I did it. If you're doing your right hand, I'm gonna mirror you so you can face me. And if you take your right hand, you take your right hand underhand. Now, the first thing I want you to do is, if you do the weave, you do this thing where you go side to side like this, right? Yeah, just like that. Now, for the buzzsaw, instead of crossing all the way past the midline to the other side of the body, you're coming from the side to the midline, just to the midline of your body. That's what you do. Yeah, and then you just keep spinning it like this. And then what you'll notice is this is a very different sensation than over here. You still are going to use your fingertips and you're still going to use your wrist to maintain the plane, and you want to scoop down and forward, down and forward, down and forward, down and forward. And then I notice, like me, you've got girls. If the girls are getting in the way and you're feeling like the poi is too long, then wrap a little bit more if you need to. And that'll help protect. I mean, I just hit my boob twice while I was just showing you that. It is for real. It is a real problem. So let's do a couple drills with this. So let's start here on the outside, and then we're going to go outside to inside 10 times. 9, 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Okay, now this next time we'll go in and then spin it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring it back out. And then come in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go out and join me and spin it, flip it in, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flip it out and back in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out and back in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out and back in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out and back in, and last time, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it out and down. Let's do the other hand. So if you don't have it wrapped up, remember, you're going underhand, stick your fingers out, let it wrap around your fingers, and then pinch it. Yes, that was better. Good. Okay, now, again, we're on the outside plane, and we're going to go outside to inside, outside to inside, outside to inside. Yes, and when I talk about the inside plane, you keep doing that. When I'm talking about the inside plane, I mean between you and you. So in this case, it's like between your arms. But inside plane also means between the top of your head down. So this is inside plane, this is inside plane, this is inside plane, this is inside plane, this is inside plane. All of those are different versions of inside plane. Okay, and now we're gonna do the same thing from underhand, only we'll do the 5 circles, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then flip it back out. And then inside, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flip it out and come back in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and smile and flip it back out, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flip it back out, and one more time, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, great, flip it out, and now take both hands in the short poi like this, same time. Let's start in same time. And then here's what I want you to do. We're gonna take both of them at the same time and flip them in like this. And then when you flip them in, they're gonna be in same time, and then you split the time I mean, if it's easier for you to flip them in split time into the split time buzzsaw, great. You can do that directly, but you can flip it in same time, be going in same time, and then speed one up so that they end up in split time. Okay, now the reason I turn sideways is because there's the execution of the move. So this is me executing the move, but there's the presentation of the move. And the presentation of the move from my perspective is what you want your audience to see. So in general, and there's always exceptions to these rules, but we know the rule, we learn the rules so we can break the rules later. What we want to do is present, for the most part, the circle, right? So this is not as interesting looking to an audience, I would say, as this. If you get back into it, what you might notice is the poi is such, this is again, this is a real issue with boobs. It causes people to either stretch their arms, which has them lean forward, because what you're doing is you're rounding your back, because by rounding your back, you're protecting your boobs because you're curling in. So if you find yourself doing that, what you can do is change the grip that you have and wrap a little bit more. So you could try and wrap 2 fingers than 1 finger, which would feel different than just 3 fingers. That'll be slightly shorter, right? So you do this. You would wrap 2 fingers first, right? So I'd wrap 2 fingers, and then I'm wrapping 1 more finger. So this is slightly shorter. So instead of 3 fingers total, you do the first 2 fingers, and then the second time you wrap just the index finger, right? And the thing is, you'll get to the point where you'll figure out what it is. This is an experimentation process because it's a give and take, right? Okay, well, how much can I do it where I feel comfortable, but also like, I don't want to hit my girls. So like, it's a process. So you got to figure out what works. And then of course, the other piece of it is when you're doing fire, I could be here, but the size of my flame could be so big that I feel the flame on my chest. Now, the degree of comfort that you might have with that varies depending on the amount of experience that you have with fire, right? So, I mean, at this stage for me, it's fine. But I don't know where you're at, and I wouldn't want to presume, so I just want to make sure that you're aware. And then, of course, the other thing that you should know about that movement is if you're doing it early in your burn and you're using white gas and you haven't spun out completely, you can end up splattering the white gas on your outfit and accidentally lighting it on fire, which I personally have done. So learn from my mistakes.